and I'm trying to keep myself composed here, and I wouldn't normally interject, but it's so similar. I remember sitting in a hospital bed with my favorite 2.5-year-old little girl, Morgan, who'd been in a coma for a few days. And my sister asked my older niece, who was about 4.5, she said, "You want apples?" And all of a sudden, this little voice in the bed said, "Mommy, I want apples." And it was like a bad ABC after school special. People came running in, we were crying, and but I very much relate to those moments. Make you really appreciate. And I got sad news for you folks. None of us are going to escape this life, so we better take care of each other and we better help each other.
Yeah. And, you know, storytelling is about the moment that you're in. 5 people sitting around a table experiencing the same thing are going to tell the stories differently. When you say I'm trying to maintain composure, I don't know what composure is. I'm telling a story and I feel the emotion. I have tears on some stories, and others I need to take a break and laugh at myself as I tell it.
So why do you tell stories?
I spent 3.5 years with a Lakota named an uncle figure of the Lakota tribe, and his name's John Funmaker. Each week we would go to an Inipi for a sweat lodge, and we would go through 4 rounds there and maybe some after, and I really learned a tradition from him. I learned a way of speaking and sharing, and it doesn't have to be just simply relating the history of a people. There are lessons in every story that's being told. I joke with friends every once in a while and say, every story that you ever laughed at, there was probably a victim, and the victim might have been you. So that's why I tell stories, because it helps someone who's hearing the story, regardless of why you think you're telling it. There's somebody out there that's being affected by it, even if the victim is you.
Very well said. Very well said. Wow, I can't top that. I'm Greg Audell with our always reliable engineer, Nicole Grady, and you are listening to So What's Your Story with guest storyteller Fitz Dearmore on listener-sponsored, volunteer-powered 90.1 FM KPFT Houston, 89.5 for our friends in Galveston, and for our friends in Huntsville, you can find us at 90.9. And as we